Like you said, my name is Austin. I'm with ImpactPPA. Just real quick, thanks Nils and your team for putting on the event here. This is our first conference in the Asian and Southeast Asian conference circuit, so we're very excited. But I've only got 5 minutes, so I'm going to jump right in. Oh, can I get that clicker? Sorry about that. Right here? Thanks. All right. So what is ImpactPPA? We are a blockchain-managed renewable energy company from generation all the way through to payment. So that allows us to be an end-to-end solution for the 1.2 billion people on Earth that don't have access to power. Now there's billions more that only have intermittent access to power. So this is a tremendous market, something that we here in the developed world take for granted, having stable access every day. But there's a huge number of people on Earth that aren't afforded that luxury. So it's our aim to tackle that problem over the coming weeks and months and years to provide clean, renewable energy to everyone on Earth. So how does it work? We set up distributed microgrids in developing nations, and we utilize hybrid wind and solar energy devices. So that ensures 24-hour generation capabilities. We can go off-grid or on-grid, and then we sell the power to the end users through a pay-as-you-go method on a mobile device. The price of energy has to be fixed, so we affix that in what's called a power purchase agreement, or a PPA. And in the future, the next iteration of our platform is going to be something we call the smart PPA, where we can remove intermediaries and have anyone anywhere on Earth submit a proposal for a power purchase agreement to be vetted and approved by the community. This is our sales pipeline. Many of you may not know the numbers that you're looking at right now, so I'll sum it up for you. We have 12 projects under contract or LOI, and by projects I mean power purchase agreements, that are distributed around the world, totaling just over 180 megawatts. Over the lifetime of those PPAs, which is typically 20 to 30 years, the expected revenue generation from the sale of energy is $1.7 billion. So energy is big business, and as we continue to install new projects, we'll make room for more, and that $1.7 billion number obviously then goes up. So we're very excited about that. How it works with tokenizing is we are going to sell what's called the MPAC or MPQ token on exchanges. That's our project finance vehicle. What we're going to do is take the proceeds from that token sale and build the 180 plus megawatts we have under contract. So essentially we are going to create an asset-backed token. Once we install projects and they begin producing power, we're going to sell power to the end users through what's called the gen credit, the generation credit. That'll act very similar to what people do when they go to their local store or kiosk to put more credit on their phone bill. We're going to do the same thing. They'll go to a store or kiosk, they'll trade fiat for generation credits, which they can then redeem on our platform for kilowatt hours. We're going to take the profit from the gen credit and reinvest that 100% back into ImpactPPA. So that 70% will go to funding future projects, future PPAs, and 30% will go to buying MPAC tokens back up off the market. A little bit more about our token. We are in our pre-sale right now with a bonus structure. If you'd like to hear more about it, you can come by the booth. And our gen credit is already fully functional, ready to be deployed. You can see us buy power from our cell phones here in the conference in other countries around the world. So it's ready to go. It works with our blockchain-enabled smart meters. And come by, check it out. It's something to see. Moving on, I mentioned a little bit about the smart PPA. Typically, intermediaries and proxies like large utilities dominate the energy industry. Our goal is to democratize that process. We want to allow small communities, whether it's a municipality or just a business in and of itself, to be able to propose their own PPAs and get access to energy where it's needed most. This allows us to have a much far-reaching impact to that 1.2 billion person number. Our management team has been involved in renewables in the developing world for a decade now. So they have forged the relationships that are necessary to be able to secure power purchase agreements of this size. It's very difficult dealing with different municipalities, different utilities, different federal governments to make sure that you're staying in line and not crossing any boundaries that you shouldn't cross. So they have those relationships in place, and we've been working for 10 years to keep cultivating new ones every day. Our CTO, James Young, has been involved in numerous ICOs, and we're very proud to have him. He's an expert Solidity developer. And two new advisors in the recent weeks to our company is Vinay Gupta of Materium, who was early on in the Ethereum process, and Dr. Michael Dorsey, who was a renewable energy policy advisor to President Barack Obama. So we have our bases covered with a great management team and a great advisory board, in addition to many others not listed. But please come by and see the Gen credit if you have any questions. You can find me or Jeff. Again, we're Impact PPA. Thank you very much.